What role do private investigators play in solving real-life crime? Let's ask our expert.
An investigator is contracted out by a private entity because primarily the police can no longer respond to a system in as quick as fashion as a private investigator possibly can. And through no fault of their own, there's cutbacks and all sorts of other fiscal constraints that are involved there. And so as a private investigator, I can respond to a client's needs, evaluate the situation, and get the resources on hand probably an awful lot sooner than the police can. But we're ultimately on the same team. We want to capture a criminal who is costing us money in the long term, in the long roundabout way. There are boundaries that a private investigator must adhere to, and the only way I could see you ever becoming involved in a homicide is if you're on a locate case trying to find somebody for a client and you determine that that person has gone missing and the circumstances are somewhat suspicious. Then you have an obligation to your client to discuss with them and then take it further to the police and see if they can assist you in determining what circumstances this person went missing.
Hello, Quality Service Investigations, Mike Straighten speaking.
Classifications of crime could be put into crimes against property, crimes against person. Crimes against property would involve thefts, frauds, and crimes against persons. Generally, you're talking about assaults. The most common types of work we're involved in originate from major corporations or anybody else who doesn't have an investigative body within themselves. So they call upon a third party to come in and look into what's gone missing and come up with a plan to assist them to recover assets or uncover the person responsible for it.
Sure.
A lot of the work is conducted over the computer, making telephone calls, talking to people, getting the best information.
Great, see you then, thank you.
The most common tools of the trade would be your video recorder and your audio recorder. Of course, you don't have the forensic capability, such as the police would have. In this day and age, privacy is the issue, and freedom of information and privacy is the 21st century that we have to abide by it now. And relationships with police way back then in the early 20s and so forth was probably a little bit more open, and they could pass information on to one another without any type of consequence. As a private investigator, you are obligated to uphold the law and be held accountable if you are outside of that.